takes to get.
And when you got there, who was there?
Nick was there. He had the
Oh, hold on. Nick is Nick Smith.
yes.
Did you know Nick Smith before you got there?
No.
Okay, so you met Nick Smith that day.
Yes.
Okay, so Nick Smith is there.
Yes.
Not a conspiracy, not some kind of
Okay.
militia.
Him, we got out.
Yeah.
He came up.
You've never met
himself,
any of
and
these
then we
people.
met
They just showed up.
what Nick introduced us to
By
was
invite.
the owner of Car Source.
Okay, and do you recall that person's name?
I didn't. He gave me like the full Indian name. I couldn't.
No.
Guru Layadaban Venkateswaran Subramanya. Let's spell it like you say it.
Did he
And demonetized.
shake your hand? Did he look at you?
That happened as soon as this live stream started.
That's because I was here. That's because I was here.
And
YouTube demonetizes anytime my face shows up.
heard you had cars
I
that
heard it's because they heard that we weren't getting a cut.
we came up to that building.
YouTube doesn't like that.
He had told us that he had over 100 cars that were burnt that night.
No, I'm sorry. When you said he was crying, there's crying, happy crying, sad crying. Do you recall?
No, it was sad crying. Well, I don't know if it was sad or happy. I know he was happy to see us, but I know he's sad about his 100 cars, the situation.
So, Exhibit 30, which is this picture, I just want to make sure if I'm right, you're the person third from the left.
Yes.
Is that right? You have the
Oh,
white hat on.
Yeah.
Grandma's in the picture even.
Whoa.
Man,
Is the person
I was wondering what they
Badass
brought her
grandma.
up
left
for.
in that picture,
frontline mama.
would say was crying? And,
America's grandma.
Yes, that's the man that Nick introduced as the owner.
and after you were introduced to the owner, what happened after that? Did he stay? Did he leave? If you know.
He just disappeared. I didn't see where he went. He just disappeared. We parked our cars and just met back there then.
Now, is this the location that you met Kyle Rittenhouse at?
Yes.
And I think you had said you had met him before, but was he there when you got there?
No.
So he showed up after you were already there.
Yeah, I believe we actually took 2 pictures before Kyle showed up.
And if you recall, of those people, who did he show up with, if you remember?
Dominic, which I think is on the right of Kyle.
The guy that's on the far right?
All right. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Now, sorry about that. I don't think anyone watched it anyway. So I was just kept on by Kai Ritterhouse's trial, which is kind of nice, right? When Twitter meets real life. Now, in case you don't know who Kai Rittenhouse is, he was there at the Black Lives Matter riots and looting. And as the looting went on, Kai Rittenhouse, he went there to protect the business he was working at or something like that. I'm not sure. He had a gun because Black Lives Matter just burned everything to the ground. So the thing was that there were some people that saw Kyle and just wanted to I don't know what to do, just beat him up, get him, even though he had a gun. So he tried to run, and as people started getting towards him, one of them had a gun, he got shot, he's now dead. Another one also tried to hit him with a skateboard on his head, got shot. I don't know, I think he's alright. and oh no, the one with the gun, he hit him in the arm, and it's a total self-defense case. I don't know why people thought they had a thing, and I was watching this. I was watching this stream,
We support
Are
like
you
destruction.
and they're trying somehow to frame him as the bad guy, even though let me just show you this, because this is my favorite part the of the trial. I don't know if you see it all. Oh, you see fuck all. Wait. Let me just put it like this, and just listen to this. Just listen to this. Watch this from the trial yesterday or 2 days ago, November 8th. Yesterday.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Oh shit!
That's it.
Directed
That's it.
verdict. Directed verdict on all the murder charges. Kyle knows.
Yeah.
Directed verdict on the murder charges.
He just exhaled. Kyle just, oh, he looks like he's gonna cry.
Just remember that this dude charged towards Kyle with a gun, and he was shot in the arm. This was the dude shot in the arm, and afterwards they tried to convict him of murder. And, yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, everyone, for the prosecution. Now let's
How
see.
do you not acquit after that?
Just look at this dude. This is the prosecution lawyer. Now he got to search for a new job. I don't know who is gonna hire him next when after this clusterfuck of a thing. Anyway,
Look at Bigger. Look at Bigger.
You
Look
had-
at Big Boy.
Oh,
big
man.
boy!
Oh!
oh, that was amazing. Anyway, let's get back to our
That evening,
something
you
happening here.
remember seeing the man in the front. Okay, I'm talking about the man with the red shirt on.
Correct.
Oh yeah, this was the
Did
one
you
that
know
got
who
published.
he was that night?
No,
He's the pedophile, right?
no,
Do you remember him from that night?
very distinct.
Wait.
I remember seeing him with his red shirt, and the thing that caught me was the green earring. And this was when BLM had just come down in front of us, and there was some other gentlemen that were talking with Ryan. They were talking, things were calm, and I saw him, and
We're gonna do this until the 0 point, and then we're gonna write because it's too funny.
She's addressing the jury.
me.
This looks
So
natural.
they wanted. They were
Yes.
doing
Comparing that to
lives
Gross Prince
matter, right?
yesterday.
And I just wasn't taking a
That's
side. I was just there to
Good pick up
protect the business. So I would look and survey and go to them, and I would look and survey, and I would see Rosenbaum standing there, and I saw the plastic bags in his back pocket. I didn't know what it was, and then can I go on?
Well,
Please,
there anything
Grambo,
that he
please
had
keep
that
talking.
Grambo.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
notice of or would remember.
Yeah, that's the part I was kind of getting to is, I know you guys call him Mr. Yellow Pants, and that's kind of what we called him. He
Mr.
jumped
Yellow
off the
Pants.
car,
He was pissing
and
his
everybody
pants.
started
Oh, no.
screaming, "Get off the car!" And Black
Oh,
Lives
she's
Matter was
based.
screaming, and he was shouting, and Rosenbaum started shouting back at us that he's gonna, pardon me, Judge, for saying this and everybody else, but he's gonna kill us, motherfuckers, motherfucking niggers, and cut our heads off.
Wow.
Hard R. Hard R.
Multiple times.
Oh.
And
Hard R. Pardon me, Judge.
What was what
I
was
kill
your
people, dear.
group's response to that, if any, when he said that?
None. You kind of are frozen at the verbiage and the threats coming out of him. I mean, the whole night was quite shocking, but we didn't really do anything. We just kind of stood there. You have to ignore that.
Was there anything else
Wow.
that you saw
Rosenbaum
him
was a very big NLM supporter.
that you remember?
Not BLM,
Yeah,
NLM to him.
Yellow Pants was screaming. I saw that. I was going
Yellow
back to
Pants.
the ladies that were taunting me and going back and looking at him. And as I looked at him, I saw his arm go up and like something, like he lobbed something. And then within seconds, my eyes started watering, my nose started watering, I started coughing. I didn't know what a chemical bomb was. I didn't know. All of a sudden, I just heard guys screaming, chemical bomb, chemical bomb. And I just pulled my mask up.
Did you see him specifically throw something?
Yes.
Do you remember what it? I'll ask it to you this way. Do you remember what he? I'm not asking that you say he threw a bomb. I'm asking if you know what was in his hand that he threw.
Yeah, he went back and threw like that.
Do you remember what he threw? Meaning, did he throw a? What was it?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
That evening, did you, while he was in your purview, your sight, did you see Mr. Rittenhouse threaten anyone?
Oh, no.
Did you see him
Oh no.
point his gun at anyone?
Oh no.
Why
No,
would
he's
you?
a good boy. He's a nice boy.
Was there
Don't say
anyone
that.
there that
Don't say that, Grandma.
had?
Could have scripted that.
I guess
better.
strike that. After you see Rosenbaum and he does what you say he does, do you see Kyle stay there or does he leave that location?
It was later in the evening after the police finally moved them down. We were all standing outside because we kind of thought it was over. And then you just heard the ruckus going on down by the gas station. I think it's the Ultimate. And then we heard gunshots. And that's when Kyle and Ryan and Dustin and Lurk, I think his nickname was Lurk or Work.
Okay.
They left.
So did you see, well, I'll ask it to you this way. So you heard, are you telling me that you heard gunshots and then Kyle left?
Yes.
And if you recall, how close in time was that to about 11:50, if you know?
Oh,
I'll ask it to you this way. How close was it in time, you know now, that Kyle ended up being chased by Mr. Rosenbaum and shooting him,
oh,
right?
that was way before.
Way before.
Yes.
So
Like
what
I
I'm
just got to
asking you
say
is
that.
later
That
in
was
the night,
beautiful.
was there a time that you were aware that Kyle tried to get back to you
Oh, yes.
and couldn't?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a
Why
while.
isn't Binger objecting to leading?
So we did see
here?
it because I was
Because he did it
standing right
himself.
along the wall
Pot calling the kettle,
first
yeah.
time when you came
But
up.
still,
So I was standing up front and I was watching because the
Well,
just
Well, he's
because
also-
Richards doesn't know
he
when
also-
to eject.
And the gas
He
station
also
was
might
at
be
the other corner.
waiting
So
for
he
Cross.
did come back. He had his hands in the air, and he even said, "I'm working over at that business over there." I could hear him telling the police that, and they told him, "No, turn around. You can't go through. You have to get back." And we were even yelling, "Let him through! Let him through!"
Did you see him then turn around and go
Police's
back?
fault Kyle were there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go back to the
Or was
Ultimate
there?
gas station. It looked like he was going over there. So
And is that the last time before the shooting that you saw him?
Okay, so
Now, from your location, you don't see what happened with Mr. Rosenbaum, just let me finish, with Mr. Rosenbaum, Mr. Huber, and Mr. Grosskreutz, right?
yes, correct.
Do you see Kyle after that?
Yes, I do.
When?
I think after everything had happened, door, it's Kyle, so I opened up because we had to keep the front door locked. I opened up the door and he kind of,
You know, peacefully, as peaceful the
me, and
protests were.
there was a chair right there, down there. I saw him after everything had happened.
How did he look to you?
Totally in shock.
Can you give me some physical descriptors that would make
Yes, I'm sorry.
kind of you?
He was pale, shaking, kind of stuttering, stammering his words. He was sweating.
Do you recall him saying anything?
Yes, he had come in and he looked at me. He said right out that he had shot someone, and he kind of sat down in the chair and he was looking for his brother. He's asking for his brother Dominic, and he sat down. I remember him pulling his hair back, and he's pulling it back really hard. And just his comment was, "My God, my life might be over." And we're just like, "Okay, calm down."
After he said his life might be over, did anybody ask him anything about the circumstances about what had happened?
Yeah, Dustin had come in at that time, and Dustin had commented. Dustin was kind of.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to know what Dustin said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll ask it to you this way then. Kyle respond to anything that was said?
Yes,
What was that?
that was that he had to.
That's a hearsay objection.
Yes.
He's not an average
After
party
he
right
said
now.
that,
No, it's not for the truth of the matter.
did you
He
state?
Oh,
didn't.
that's
She's
true.
not testifying whether he had to or not.
No,
Correct,
he wanted his
correct. Thank you
brother
for correcting.
Dominic, and I know Dominic was on the roof.
Will it be over?
I
just right
took
now?
his
Did
gun.
you Catch this?
Like I said, he was just shaking, so I took his gun. I ran out back. I set his gun on one of the trucks out back, and then I went up the ladder and I called the guys and I yelled, "Dominic, get down here!" So
I
he
gave him a
came down.
massage. I made him some
and when I
soup,
came
made
back
him feel
in,
better.
Knitted
they
him
were
a sweater.
talking.
You had my last question or two is you had said that you had climbed up a ladder to get up on the roof.
Yeah.
You just said that. Okay. Do you know where those ladders came from?
No, I know we went into business when we
China.
first got there, and they were all in the back. So it's like a building, and then it's like a back parking lot that's fenced in.
Okay.
And in that back fenced in areas where they have the sheds and all that. Nick went in there and pulled everything out, and that's how the guys have got up on the roof in the back.
During the evening, throughout the evening, was there a period of time that, other than doing medical work, that you saw Kyle doing anything else to kind of assist in the community?
Yeah, actually, me and Kyle ran. Excuse me. We ran. I think it's north. Is it this way up Sheridan? I can't see a
So
map.
hold on.
Sorry, my direction is a little off right now.
She comes off very endearing, I think.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it is. I'm sorry.
And Bigger's got to be careful not to hard cross her.
That would be.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
would you beat her
Yeah,
up or would you
towards
just?
St. James Church.
Oh, I hope he sends Kraus
So,
across. That would be great.
We ran up there because there was they were starting a fire on the
You need to get on a diet.
the plywood
Yawn.
doors. They had covered up all the doors, and they actually started, or whatever you call it, fluid, whatever you want to start
I
a fire.
said
They
the-
threw it all
I
over
said
that
the video.
door, and we're trying to start the
To
front
watch
door
more
of the
house
church on
project
fire.
because,
So me and Kyle had
trial
actually run
kind of
up to that
interesting,
area to
like,
try to put the fire out,
seeing
but
if we
people
we
that were
get,
running along with the protesters had gone up there and put the fire extinguisher out, and then we just walked back.
if we get
Burning the church down.
decision today because
Oh,
So Ms.
well,
Fiedler,
let's see.
It's about with the church.
Let's see, this is the prosecution.
Neither you nor the defendant actually put out any fire at the church.
No, not at the church, no.
Someone that was with the protesters did that.
I believe they're with the protesters.
Oh, you see, protesters are good.
Ah,
You spoke to the FBI on August 31st, 2020. Is that right?
Not sure about the date, but yes, I spoke with the FBI.
About 6 days after this all happened?
Yeah, probably yes.
And you told them that you contacted the defendant's mother the morning after all this happened and told her to be strong. Is that right?
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
That's
You also
misuse of a
said
prior
that
consistent and
after this
consistent
incident,
statement.
you
Everybody's been doing
had
it.
been in contact with the defendant's attorney. Is that right?
No,
Barnes
I don't,
pops
I
in,
read
drops
that, and I
knowledge,
don't
and
know
leaves.
what he meant by that, because I wasn't.
Nice.
I've never spoke to him.
So you've read your statement to the FBI.
Yes,
Yeah.
That was a statement that was a summary of what you said to Special Agent Tim Walther on August 31st, 2020. Is that right?
yes,
And in that summary, it says that in addition, Fiedler has been in contact with Rittenhouse's attorney, John Pierce, regarding the incident and has provided information she deems helpful to Rittenhouse's legal defense.
actually, the only thing I ever sent was any kind of video that I had. That is it, which I didn't have much. I'm not a video person. So as far as verbal communication, no.
Did you provide video to the defendant's attorney?
I might have. I don't know if it was mine personally. I really don't remember because I don't even have it anymore.
But shortly after this incident, whether it was your video or someone else, you gave something to the defendant's attorney to help him. Fair enough?
Yes, I guess, yes.
And you don't have that video anymore.
No.
You didn't provide it to the FBI.
That's not true. I gave them everything I had.
Ooh.
You gave them that video?
I gave them everything I had. I showed them my phone. I showed them anything I had.
You gave them
Whoa.
text messages.
I gave them everything I had. So when you say that I gave something to the defense attorney, I don't think that that was my video. I think it was probably a video I seen or something I passed along because I didn't take any video.
So it's fair to say that whatever you gave to the defense, you were trying to help the defendant, correct?
Yes, I was trying to help the case, not just the defense.
And you have watched a lot of the videos that have been put out on the internet of this evening, correct?
That is not true.
Have you watched any of them?
Yeah, I've watched some of them, yes.
The reason I ask is because you reference these words that Joseph Rosenbaum allegedly said to you and the members of your group. That's not on any video anywhere, is it?
No,
Nice.
So you are
So
from
what does
West
that have to
Bend.
do with her watching videos?
You don't live here in Kenosha.
nope,
No.
You don't work here in Kenosha.
nope,
You've never worked at Car Source.
nope,
Never bought a car at Car Source.
nope.
Probably had never even heard of Car Source before all this.
No, I haven't.
You came down here that night with no plan of where you were going to be, what businesses you were going to protect, or anything along those lines. Fair?
I personally had no plan, correct.
And
You
by
were
the
coming
way,
down with a
West
group
Bend
of
is
other
about
people
10 minutes from
West Bend
Kenosha.
area, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
You knew there was a curfew in place that night.
actually, I did.
Objection.
You knew that they were closing off the on-ramps off the interstate, so
Yes.
people couldn't come in from out of town to our community like you, correct?
Yes.
In fact, that's why you came down a little earlier, to try and beat that.
That
didn't
was
No, that is not true.
This is prejudicial. This
You brought
my
along-
community stuff.
a 380 pistol.
Yes,
He's
You
definitely
were
trying
going
to
to use that to
paint her
protect
as an
yourself.
outsider,
and myself.
invading the
yes.
community.
Yeah, I mean, the problem
How
is
are
you
you
live in
gonna use that
Kenosha.
to
West Bend is right up the road.
Property.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Tough
the presence speaks louder than a lot of things.
The presence of what?
The presence of having the gun and being there at the business.
Were you openly carrying the gun?
Yes, I was.
So you didn't have it in a holster or in a
I did have
waistband,
it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was on my side in a holster.
but you
Alright.
figured,
She knows the law.
saw that, they'd be scared off.
They'd be
Somewhat, like I said, it's a
detrimented.
presence. It's knowing that somebody's in the area, on the ground, standing there.
Armed society is
It's
a
kind of a
polite society.
deterrent.
Yep.
Keep them away from the business.
And you'd agree with me that the AR-15s that the rest of the group had was an even bigger deterrent, correct?
Should be.
A gun is a gun.
Object.
And,
Good answer.
well, gun's
Good
not
answer.
just a gun. How many guns have
Argumentative.
are you familiar with?
Objection,
in your
Anthony.
life?
Quite a few. We grew up with them.
including
Uh-oh.
rifles,
Rifles, shotguns, yes.
AR
everything.
15s?
Yes.
So you understand there's a big difference between an AR 15 and a
Sure,
pistol, correct?
Between an AR-15 and a pistol, yes.
There's a size difference. One's much bigger, correct?
And scarier.
They can all do the same
Very
thing.
scary.
They can all do
Scope,
the same
scope,
thing.
scope.
Got her. Got him.
Size
She got
doesn't
him.
change what can happen or what it does.
Ma'am, did you
Oh,
hear
the
my
chat's
question?
in love with Grandma
Yes,
now.
it is much bigger. Yeah.
Please answer.
I'm sorry, yes.
The AR-15 fires a different caliber.
That's it.
than
Big bitchy to
handguns,
grandma.
Yes.
But she
It
didn't
fires
have
at
an
a higher
AR-15,
velocity,
did she?
correct?
What, he's testifying now?
Doing
Where's the
damage
objection?
He's
from a
testifying.
target
He's been
much
testifying
farther
for-
away.
What?
Yeah,
It's
still
a cross examination though.
In
He's
fact,
allowed to.
AR-15 rounds are capable of penetrating body armor, correct?
Oh, I did
Some
not.
degree of relevance
know
to
that.
the scope of direct.
Your Honor, this witness is not a gun expert, has not been qualified.
So you
in
followed
munitions?
this group
What are
of
we
people
talking
coming
I think
down
they're just
from
letting him
West
beat her up.
area to the 63rd
Yeah.
Street car source. Is
It
that
makes
right?
him look like a POS.
Right, he's beating him
Before you got
himself
there,
up.
You had no idea.
Yes.
And remember, they're
You
looking
didn't
at the
know
jury,
car
so
source
they.
or anything like that. Fair to say?
Correct. Yes, correct.
You said at that time you met up with someone who identified themselves as the owner of that location.
Yes.
You personally didn't have any interaction with that owner, did you?
Yeah, I had a conversation with him.
Do you remember speaking with Steve Spingola, an investigator with regard to this incident?
That sounds like an outsider name.
Spot.
On September 8th, 2020, you had a phone call with him at about 5:30 p.m. Do you remember that?
No, I'm sorry, I don't recall what.
You said you've seen your statement to the FBI. Have you seen the statement that you gave to Investigator Spingola?
I guess not. No.
Let me, may I approach you on it?
Sure.
Well, I think you first
She's sure. It's my
This is
house.
not
acknowledges the conversation because up to
Yeah.
this point, she says she doesn't know if she had such a conversation. And
So I'm
So,
trying to help.
go ahead.
Thank you, Judge.
But this is
Thank you,
not,
Judge.
not a prior statement. That's not a sworn statement. That's hearsay of the detective. It is no. This is the only court where this nonsense has been allowed so routinely. This is not admissible in any American normal court.
And he's gonna now ask her, didn't you say,
And he can't do that. That's not.
but,
a prior
but watch him try, but watch him
Oh,
try.
he will, and the judge will,
Yeah.
and the defense won't object, and the judge will let him get it in. This is, for those that don't know out there, you can't do this in a normal courtroom.
No, I've never
Wait,
seen
here
this.
we go. Here
Here we go.
I've never seen this, she said.
Well, that's another story there.
Well,
Grandma
That's how she
won.
cuts him off there.
always lay your foundation on direct if you can. Cross it's.
You
it's rough.
told this individual, Mr. Spingola, that you didn't have any interaction with the owner of Car Source that night, didn't you?
No, I don't even recall the conversation, and that's not true.
Whew. That's
What's
why
he gonna
Richard's
do
letting
now?
it go, I guess.
Also, does she know who the owner is rather than the manager or operators or stuff like that?
Who cares?
All right.
She just blew up his line of questioning. Look at him.
Yep,
Lit.
Yeah.
yep, that is exactly the body language. You're
Decided
100% right.
That you were going
What else do I
to
have?
location at 59th and Sheridan. Is that
Oh
correct?
my God, this is amazing.
Well, that was decided for us, but yes, that was the end plan. Yes.
Who decided that?
I believe that was the owner and Nick Smith.
That was the first time that night that you'd ever met Nick Smith?
Yes.
You didn't know anything about him before?
Nothing.
And yet, based on his decision and the owner's decision, you agreed voluntarily to go to the 59th Street Car Source to protect it. Is that fair to say?
Yes, that's fair to say.
Nobody made you do that.
No, correct.
Think he'll ask the bailiff for his balls back.
You indicated at one point that the defendant asked you to hold on to his gun while he was helping someone. Is that right?
Yes.
What are you getting at, boy?
Do we have it with us? The gun? Can you get it out, please?
Better watch that.
Oh,
Granny's
the
gonna break
gun
out a
again.
switch.
Do you recall how the defendant was wearing that gun that night?
Wearing?
He had the strap around his shoulder and body, and then the gun pointing down.
Is it fair to say that the gun was sort of hanging down the front of his body in the middle?
I think when he was walking, yeah, but I know when he was standing there, he would always have a hand on across the front of it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
I think it's weird to have testifying
I'm going to
police
ask
and
Detective
detectives
Howard
sit at
to
the
hold on to
table
that
with
They're gonna
gun
wave the
stand.
scary
and
looking
show
gun
you.
around again.
As much as they can.
Check it again, please.
Do you notice how big and powerful this AR-15 is?
How big and manly.
Oh, they're gonna
Even if
show
you
the
didn't have any
AR-15.
bullets
Have you
in
both
it, you could
confirmed
probably
that
I
they
beat
did?
a
don't
man
like,
to
I don't
death
like
with
the
it.
Smith and Wesson, but
Stand back a little bit.
I prefer the Remington.
Howard, I want you to be where the jury can all see you. Why don't you step a little bit this way? Ms.
But they
Fiedler,
didn't
can you
show the
tell us in
AR-15,
your
like,
own words, and I'll try and have Detective
just
Howard
try to
sort of
make it a
demonstrate, how was the defendant holding that AR-15
anti-gun
when he was
law
on the
thing?
59th Street property, if you know?
Well, the
He's
stuff was over
amplifying the
there.
importance of her testimony. She's now been on cross twice as long as she was on direct.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're not-
this is a weird strategy by Binger. One bold strategy, Cotton.
With the
Wonder how
gun,
it'll work
see
out.
how it plays out. Hold on to it.
Just like
How
that.
could he gain by having
Okay.
her describe
So holding it with his right hand
He's
on
trying
the
to say
pistol grip,
he's
Yes.
using her as a proxy for
And
Kyle. Of saying
sometimes
dangerous
holding it with his
behavior
left hand
coming
or
in the
not.
community, but that's a trap
That could be, I don't
because it's
recall.
grandma up
I'm
there.
pretty sure that's.
So you know you're not going to scare the
But when
jury
it-
with grandma.
when it came time for him to help someone out, he took it off and asked you to hold on to it. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Detective.
I thought he was going to be dumb enough to ask her to put it on.
You
yeah.
indicated that there was a
Of course,
time
I'm
in which
for it.
some females came to the property and were taunting you. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
I
you
just saw the
indicated that they were
caption, "Only
chanting
during
Black
sex
Lives
and not
Matter.
very
I did.
confused."
Yes.
I
You
did
took
too.
that to be them taunting you?
No, they were saying other things.
You'd agree with me, though, the only thing you've told us so far is the words Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but I could
They
go
were
into the whole
chanting.
story, but we'd be here all day.
You also said that there was a man wearing yellow pants.
Oh
who
my
jumped
God.
up in
We
a
got Grambo
car.
up there.
Is that
Yes.
right?
The
Was that
chat
one of
has
the cars that
called her
was on the
Grambo.
lot?
Look at Big
Yes.
Boy.
Got a name.
And
He
the
looks
members of your
terrible.
group told him to
He's-
get off,
This boy may have a heart
Yes.
attack before
and
this
in
is
fact
over.
pointed a gun
Let's
at him
stroke
while
out.
telling him to do that.
Mm,
Correct?
Yeah, he pointed his gun at us first.
Oh, the man in the yellow pants had a gun,
Yes, he had a gun. He
and
had a
then
couple guns.
your group pointed guns back at him.
I don't know who pointed a gun at him. I don't know if they did or not. I didn't. I was busy watching my areas.
He pointed guns at us. I don't even know
So
if we pointed
you
guns back.
indicated earlier that you brought along your
Good
pistol
response.
to protect yourself and property. Is that right?
Yes.
How are you going to use it to protect property?
Oh,
Ask the
She's not
Nancy
on
to check.
trial. She's not on trial.
Be armed while protecting one's property.
Oh, hey, we got.
It is not lawful to use deadly force in the protection of
Thanks.
property.
There you go, Judge.
And it's
In
important
Wisconsin, you can have a gun
that
to
we not
defend
get
property.
confused.
Oh,
I'm not trying to confuse the issue, Your Honor. I'm asking
Yes,
how she
you
was
are,
planning on
you coward.
using
this
the
is-
Thank God the
Protect
judge came
property.
to the rescue, stepped right in. Boom.
oh, seriously.
I think I was going to come back to it.
Sure.
How
I'm
are you
gonna-
going to use that
Just skip
pistol
it, Binger,
to
little
protect
Binger.
property?
Like I said, it's a deterrent.
You
There
weren't
you go.
planning on firing it to protect property, were you?
No,
You weren't planning on aiming it at anyone to protect property, were you?
no.
Most people who carry a gun aren't planning on doing anything with it.
You indicated that Mr. Rosenbaum made some statements, and I'm not going to repeat them all. But you indicated
on,
that
Bingham,
no
do
one
it.
in your group
Hard
responded
R.
to
Coward.
anything he said. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's very fair.
You said you pretty much have to ignore that, correct?
Yes.
It's fair to say you didn't consider him an actual threat to your safety at that moment, did you?
Not for the distance and for the group that was around.
Not for the distance.
Mr. Lukowski characterized him as a babbling idiot. Would you agree with that?
I didn't hear him babbling. I just heard him. Well, I don't know if babble's a good word. If I may, he was just bitching.
Right?
I thought it
Oh.
The court allowed her to say it. Remember how what's his name got in trouble for
He is.
a-holes?
You said Mr.
The judge plays
Rosenbaum's
bridge with
arm
this
went
lady.
up, and he might have thrown something, but you have no idea what.
Isn't it true? You have
No,
no
like-
idea.
You were then asked about a period of time in which the Kenosha police pushed the crowd past the 59th Street location. Do you remember that part of the evening?
Yes.
And this
You
is the
can't,
time
as you
period
sit here
when the
today.
defendant has gone south of 60th, and you said he tried to come back at one point, etc. You remember that time period in the evening?
Yes.
There were no protesters around 59th Street after the police pushed them back at that time, correct?
That's not totally true.
Hmm?
There was an empty lot directly across the street from us, and there were protesters that were walking on the other side of the Bearcats. The police were screaming at them to get away from there, and they just kept walking through.
She has
After
said
the
to him,
police pushed
that's
the
not
crowd-
true about 9 times.
Did any
She is
protesters
an amazing
come
eyewitness. She was born for this moment.
59th Street car sales?
After they pushed them past
Yeah.
60, they didn't push them past 60, past the gas station.
Let me make sure I'm being clear here.
Okay.
Ms. Fiedler, I'm going to use the pointer here on the map behind you. And just, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this map, so let me,
Yes,
there's
please.
a location on the map that is marked car source, and that is on the southwest corner of 59th Street and Sheridan Road. You'd agree with me that that's the property that you were at the whole evening, correct?
That's south, the one you were pointing at?
I'm pointing, you can see where I'm pointing.
Yes.
That is on the southwest corner
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
59th Street and Sheridan Road.
Yes.
You'd agree with me that's the property you were at all evening, correct?
Yes.
And there's a time when the police moved down Sheridan past that location south and establish a line of armored and police vehicles here across the intersection of 60th and Sheridan. Do you remember that?
Yes.
After that, no protesters come back to 59th Street, correct?
No, that's not true.
You talked about the time when people were walking through a pile of rubble. Is that right?
No. I
Who?
didn't mention
What?
that.
What protesters came out and stood in front of 59th Street car stores after the police pushed them past?
They
He's
didn't.
winging
well,
it.
The police also turned their Bearcats around and backed up, and all the protesters then came at us, and bricks were flying, bombs were flying, everything. They came at us with full force. That's why I had to go inside.
Okay. And I apologize. I probably have not explained myself properly. Let's
No.
go to
Quit
the end
asking
of the
questions.
evening. You remember
Sit down.
the defendant coming back, the shootings, all that. Leading up into that, the few minutes before that, that was the second time that the police had pushed everybody down to 60th, correct?
Yes, correct.
I'm talking about that period of time, at the end.
Okay.
After that, when the police come by that final time, the protesters have all been cleared south of 60th, correct?
No.
That's not true.
Do you remember protesters around 59th Street car stores after
We
that?
were pelted for almost the whole night from after the Bearcats backed up. They came and they bombarded us. And then they left again because we had come out again and they heard shootings and some other people had left. But then they came back at us, and I was inside the building basically probably the rest of the evening.
You testified in response to one of the defense attorney's questions that you thought it was over when the police pushed the protesters south.
Correct. And they stopped there. That was before they had backed up. We had thought it was over.
They thought it was over.
So
It was
you talked
never
about the
over.
defendant returning to the 59th Street car source location,
Yes.
correct? Now let's be clear. You never saw any of the shootings in this case.
That's correct.
You don't have any personal knowledge about any of that stuff, fair to
No.
say?
Yep, none.
You've been asked about Mr. Rosenbaum. At that evening, you had no idea what his name was.
Correct.
You've described what you saw about him that night, correct?
Yes.
As you sit here today, you know there's a person by the name of Anthony Huber, correct?
Yes.
That night, you never saw him once, correct?
No, I don't. No, I have not.
You'd agree with me, it's correct. You've never.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct.
You know now, today, there's a person by the name of Gage Grosskreutz. Is that yes?
Correct.
Okay.
That night, never saw him, had no idea who he was, correct? You indicated that when the defendant returned to your
Where's he going with
location,
that?
he said to you that he had shot someone. Is that right?
Correct.
Meaning one person.
Objection.
Objection.
That's what someone is, I guess.
He never said to you he shot 3 people, did he?
No,
He never told you that any of those people had a gun, did he?
no, he didn't really describe anything about what had happened.
He never told you that any of those people threatened him in any way, did he? He never told you that any of those people had any weapons on them, did he?
Let's run through a list of things he didn't say.
Correct?
Correct. I'm sorry.
He could have started off with this, though, and he'd have a cross-examination here.
There came a time in which
He never
Nick
said he
Smith
prefers pizza. To
came
hot
back to that location and said the police were coming, correct?
Yes.
And after that, all of you got out of there, correct?
Not immediately.
In your FBI statement, you said soon after Nick came into the location and
This is
stated that
improper
police were
use
coming to the
objection.
building.
Right, it's not her
Everyone
statement.
then left the building,
It's the
correct?
FBI's
No, I
notes.
had to go get the guys off the roof.
But then everybody left, correct?
We came down and everybody else that was down there previously was gone. Yes.
Including the defendant,
Yes.
after hearing that police were coming, correct?
I thought they left with Nick. I didn't know.
Are they going with fleeing the
I have nothing
police
further.
here
Uh-huh.
when he turned himself in that night?
After he got pepper sprayed by said police?
You were asked about Mr. Rosenbaum, and there was questions about how you would describe him and how others had described him. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever have any
All right, I don't know
direct
where this is going, but you
contact
have
with
to
Mr.
write.
Rosenbaum?
You have
No,
to write, everyone.
It was just that when we were standing at the 50 or yeah.
It's
59th
nice,
Street,
but
just seeing him when Yellow Pants was jumping on the car.
it's also late.
So Mr. Rosenbaum had never directed, if I'm right, had he ever directed any threats specifically to you?
Let's
No,
get
not
serious.
specifically to me.
Had he ever physically ran after or chased you?
No.
Just clean the glasses, watch a little
When-
this.
You said that you were being harassed, or I think that's the word you used.
Taunted.
Taunted, sorry.
Young man.
What were some of the things they were saying to you?
They're calling me out. Come on, Blondie. Come on out here. Not so tough. Put your gun down. Yep. As soon as I didn't give them their power sign, they just got a little bit more aggressive because they were actually kind of friendly at first. Everything was very friendly at first.
When you, Mr. Binger said you never actually saw Mr. Rosenbaum throw anything. Remember him asking or saying that?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. Is this fair? After you saw his arm move, did you see a gas bomb explode?
I believe that it landed on the roof. I don't know because immediately, like, the eyes started watering, the noses started running. So I can't say that I saw anything like that.
And Mr. Binger was asking you questions about you never, what Mr. Rittenhouse didn't see when he got into the building. Right?
Yeah.
He didn't tell you specifics about what happened. Is that
What
true?
didn't?
Correct.
What
But he
didn't
did
say?
say that he had to do it. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't have anything else.
Any question?
What he did? Oh, that's nice.
Let's take a break, folks. Please don't talk about the case during the break.
We have another legendary witness from this trial.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only part that I think maybe didn't go as well was the part where they were talking about the videos that she was maybe sending to the defense, maybe send.
All right. It's enough. Enough talk. Enough talk. It's NaNoWriMo. So by the way, yesterday I did wrote a little bit, but didn't felt quite wrote. I wrote like 190 words just to be on at least 150 words a day. That's my minimum. That's my minimum charge. And what I'm gonna do here is get a be now. You see here what I like about NaNoWriMo. All right, let me just switch up. All right, edit. Day 9. Writing NaNoWriMo. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right. All right. That was a great trial. That is a great trial. Let me just search for a timer. Timer. 20 minutes. Bam. Preparing it right here. Just want to see how everything looks. Let's just get this one because I like this one. And I'm gonna drink some water. If you're drinking, very good. If not, not. That's alright. You should be. Also, keep in mind that you should be hydrated at all times. Because, let me tell you, everyone, water is amazing. Coke depends what kind of Coke, but they don't trump water. You can't trump water on the long term. Yes, you might do Coke one day and feel like everything's amazing, but the next day you're fucked. Coca-Cola. Also, I noticed yesterday because I got some Mac and everything and I just felt horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, let's just get onto this and start writing. It's gonna be one of these is gonna be 3 hours, I hope. Let's see if we get 1,300 words today in. So, without further ado, let's start the sprint. Actually, let me just do something. Talk. Sprint on. Talk. Reaches 0, 0, 0. Okay. Done. Let's see if. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's do this. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Why? Almost finished, but I need to. Mm. Brotherly. Okay, 277 words. Let's just add. Yum, 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 yum. No, I don't really like this. Let's see, 200. How many did I say? Did I write? 277. 277. What time? 9 p.m. Oh, till no, it's 9:30. 9:30. Okay, 9:25. Let's say till save progress. We're kind of low on the count. Yo, Radu, what's up? We're gonna watch something. We're gonna watch something. Let's see. Where is it? Did I close it? Yeah, I think I closed it. Let me just find it real quick. How you doing? How you doing? We're gonna watch a trial. We're gonna watch a trial. See if there is something interesting. If what's going on? Nice. This is a trial. when from the time that there were the Black Lives Matter riots and looting and everything. And one of the people there went there to protect the stores, to deter people. And some of the supporters tried to uh, kill or beat one of the people defending it. He was 17 and he had a gun. And as soon as he saw like 3-4 people coming at him and got too close, he shot him. And now they're accusing the boy that they're trying to get a murder conviction out of him or something, but it's impossible. I don't think it's possible because it's an interesting show. Let me just show you again because I showed it earlier but weren't around. Let me show you a good little video of what was happening, because somehow they're trying to make him. Okay, here it is. Oh, I love this video. Well, let me just show you. Just check this out. This dude was one of the attackers, and he had a gun, by the way. He had a gun. He got shot in the arm, and they're trying to get a murder conviction, which is quite impossible. Now, let me just put with audio on and listen.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Oh shit! That's it. Directed verdict. Directed verdict on all the murder charges.
This is the dude that his name is Rittenhouse. So he was the one that shot the others as they were running towards him. One of them tried to hit him with a skateboard over his head, got shot. This one pulled the gun on him, got shot in the arm, which was kind of nice that he wasn't dead. But there was another one that died. So yeah, we're watching that live. We were hoping we're watching because nobody understands why they're trying to. Well, we understand why they're trying to the murder on him, but it's not a murder. As you can see, that the one that he only shot only after he was attacked. Now they're talking about location and things. They're trying to discredit the witnesses and everything, and it's amazing because they really don't do a lot. So
did you see him? What was he doing with the pistol? He's just walking around with a pistol out?
When people in the Ultimate gas station started arguing and things started heating up, he pulled out his pistol from his waistband, cocked it, and held it at his side.
When you say cocked it, describe that for the jury.
He took it from his waistband and loaded it, pulled the rack back, and it was armed then, ready to shoot.
The one that I showed you earlier. That dude.
Directing your
They're talking about that.
To Defendants Exhibit 118. What does that show?
So there was a time where the police pushed us towards the Ultimate gas station, but then they retreated. And that's when the rioters and protesters advanced again back northbound on Sheridan Road, so closer back to Ruther Central High School. But in this photo, this is a photo of Rosenbaum walking to the St. James lot.
I'm doing this while I'm taking a break. I've written enough, and I'm gonna write more. But maybe we get something. Maybe we catch a good moment while I'm taking a break. Anyone around? Besides that, life is pretty nice.
Later on, you turn those over to the state, the ATF, and you go through them and you start seeing what you think might be important. Is that a fair statement?
It is.
And could I have a time on defendants 118?
10:15 p.m., August 25th.
Showing you what's been marked as defense exhibit 119. Could you tell me what that is?
This is Mr. Rosenbaum with another gentleman who I do not know, tipping over a porta potty that was in the St. James lot that was under construction at the time.
And so where is the St. James lot, as you refer to it, in relationship to Car Source at 59th?
Nice.
It is
nice.
directly next to it.
Okay, it's right across the street.
Chilling at home?
Yeah, there is a road, and then the car source.
And that porta potty had been in an upward position?
Yes, it was.
They're talking about a porta potty. Just imagine what kind of trial that is.
Looked like they were going to use it as a barrier.
Okay. And in that picture, describe Mr. Rosenbaum's clothing.
He has, it looks like black shorts on, a reddish t-shirt, a blue bandana wrapped around his entire face, and he's holding a plastic bag in his right hand.
That's the dude that got killed. Oh, damn it, I said the K word.
As exhibit 120. Tell me what that depicts.
This is a trailer that was also in the St. James parking lot at the time. After they flipped over the porta potty, they went back for a trailer, and Mr. Rosenbaum helped pull and push this trailer out to the road that was eventually tipped on its side and lit on fire.
And when you took the picture, did you know what they were going to do with the trailer?
I did not.
Did you see any chains or anything like that on that trailer? Did you notice anything on that trailer that might later be used as a weapon?
He'll allow it.
It is leading. A leading question is one that we talked about that already. It's leading.
Did you notice anything on that trailer?
Oh yeah, because they were taking everything. Just they were making weapons out of everything.
Yeah, you got to
Yes,
ask
he
open-ended
did.
questions.
Yeah.
Once it was out in the middle of the road and set on its side, there was chains dangling from what I perceived the front end of the trailer that you would connect to a vehicle.
Even if you get stuck in a leading question like that,
from there,
the witness also hears the question that you tried to ask them, so it also clues them into where you're going.
Yes.
Used to take the trailer.
You only rang the bell. You don't need to like
from the trailer
word it
to
perfectly.
a vehicle that's going to tow it. So if it were to
Anyway, how have you been? Because I'm trying to write, and good thing you're here because I'm gonna do another sprint, another 30-minute sprint. Because if not, I would have just went to sleep for today. I'm making a schedule now. Today it was something of an event, so my schedule got a little mixed. But I'm gonna use. It's gonna be 9 at your place, but I'm gonna do like every day at 9 stream for 3 hours. No, 8. 8 here, 9 at your place. So it's gonna be 3 hours. I'm gonna write, gonna do some stuff. But today, just this sprints. Now listen, check this out. I'm still lagging so much behind. but Thursday it's a day off, so I'm gonna be live a lot. Hoping I will close down. Now this should be me if I would be the best writer of all times already, but I'm not yet the best writer of the best. So I'm just like not almost half, not even half of where I supposed to be. Check out these counts. Oh, but oh, it got better. On average, you write 653 words per day. At this rate, I'll be done by January 16. The way I'm writing, but we're gonna get into that more and more. Nice. Well, you can just do whatever if you wanna just hop by. I'll be here. I'll be here. I will always be here for a while, and then I won't. Damn it, I'm hungry. Oh, I should eat. Oh. Okay, we're gonna do a 30-minute one, and then I'm off to eating something. It's 10 p.m. Damn it. Oh, oof, oof, oof. So late, so late. I also got caught by this trial, but I don't think anything is gonna happen here, so I'm just gonna go there, starting to make a schedule slowly but surely, which I hope will bring peace to everyone. All right. That's pretty good. But now after this one, I'm gonna end the stream because I have to make food for now and for tomorrow, which is gonna drain me a little. But yeah, this channel is gonna be bummed because I am using the F words, I'm using the fucks and everything, but it's alright. Not gonna use this channel for anything. Just writing and documenting my journey. Towards who knows where. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna start this last sprint and we're gonna rock the boat. All right. 691. Oh, I got a good, got a good spree. Let's see. 12. Fuck. Something happened. I hate when that happens. 412. Oh no. PM 10. 10. After 30 minutes, that makes 10. 40. We did wrote 689 words today. That's pretty cool. I did write that. I'm pretty cool. I know I'm pretty cool. Damn, it's cold. I should turn on the heat and do some food. Need to go to the bathroom also. Damn it. I'm gonna go first to the bathroom and then do the outro. Damn. Cool, modest. Yeah, the modestest. I am the modestest, as always. There is no. Like, I am pretty modest because I. Yesterday? No. Sunday. Sunday, I went over some previous streams of others, and some people had like 2,000 words in 30 minutes. That was like amazing. But not as amazing as me because 689 and 6290 and 9. There's a lot of 9. You can see it's 999999999. I don't think they planned it like that, but me, without even planning, look at me. Look at me. On November 9. Ah. Ah. Oh wait, you can see that. On November 9. 9th. Huh? I don't see anyone else doing so many 999. So that makes me the best in. Yes, the 9 for Bergain. Do you know Bergain? 9 Bergain. Wait, let me just see. Have I told you about the 9 guy? Look, I searched for Bergain 9. Oh, damn it. Look, this is the first one of the first things you see at a related. Okay, so this is Van Marquardt, and he's a bouncer in the most cool, I think, club in Berlin. It's you can't film in there, so people just can just tell stories about it, and nobody knows what it's like. Just the people that been there, and I don't know the whole story. But this dude, this is the bouncer. He looks at you. You go there. He looks at you, and all he does is say 9, because he lets very few people in. And he is the most dreaded bouncer, because he doesn't let you go in unless you are cool, unless you look good, unless you have something. So that's pretty nice that he's the 9 dude. But I didn't want to end the stream before going to the bathroom before going to the bathroom, because I wanted to put a nice outro song to have as a background. Maybe you like it, maybe or not, maybe you're not. It's from Konih, KONIH, 9mm. So as I'm going to end the stream now, I'm gonna let you listen to a nice song that will help you get pumped up the next time you do, I don't know, the dishes or something. So without further ado, thank you for watching. Radu and Ale, I kiss you. Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Oh. Padraco. Did you expect that? Did you expect that? Oh. I have a nail in my meat. Do you know what the nail in the meat is? Because that's something. Oh, because that's what I have, and it's damn annoying. A nail in the meat. That's a nice translation, by the way. No. A fingernail in, oh yeah, fingernail, sorry. Finger, but it's nail also. Women use nails, right? Do my nails, not do my fingernails. But yeah, I have a fingernail in the meat. Did you get it? Did you get it? But just so you know, tomorrow I'm streaming at 9, in case you didn't get it. Because I'm cool as that. That's nice. You got it. Okay, I'm gonna let you with the song. And I'm gonna do my thing, prepare for tomorrow, because today I had to eat peanut butter sandwich, because I haven't prepared anything for work, so that was kind of lame. But yeah, as I go here, all right, yes, the audio is here. Be ready to hear something very nice, and have a great night. Have a great night, everyone.
My 9mm and my 9 in my speaker. My 9 in my speaker. On the double, you're a pebble, I'm a boulder. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, not ruler of the break. The 9 is a classic, I'm no mistakes. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, not ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, not ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, not ruler of the break. The 9 is a classic, I'm no mistakes. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, my 9mm and my 9 in my speaker. 9mm and my 9 in my speaker. My 9 in my speaker. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. The 9 is a classic, I'm the no mistakes. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. The 9 is a classic, I'm the no mistakes. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 ruler of the breaks. I'm the ruler of the rhyme, 9 my 9mm and my 9 in my speaker. My 9mm and my 9 in my speaker.